you get the call. I don't know if it's your agent or Lionsgate, but they're like, "Hey, Otto, we want you to direct this new Robin Hood." I mean, what are your initial thoughts when you get that phone call?
Honestly?
Honestly.
Why do we need another Robin Hood film? I was, straight up, I was like, really? And I went away and I kind of looked into it and I dug into it and I realized that actually the Robin Hoods that we've been served up by Hollywood or by the British film industry are a very, very, very minute sort of scope of the whole myth. I mean, the myth's been told for 600-700 years in thousands and thousands of different iterations. Because, wherever there is a system that is corrupting the people, wherever there's a religion that's oppressing people, wherever there is organizations or individuals that are abusing people, you need Robin Hoods or Maid Marians to stand up for the truth. And so you kind of go, okay, 21st century, we got plenty of that going on. Let's grab this story and modernize it and turn it kicking and screaming into this kind of very, very visceral, very relatable, very modern version of the movie, so that you're watching it and you're not kind of going, oh, that was a nice, quaint British fairy tale that happened 600 years ago, but so what?
Right.
You're kind of watching it and going, oh, wow, that war feels like
today.
The stuff that I seen on the news.
Right.
That politician up there, the sheriff, he sounds not dissimilar to that politician over there,
right.
and the way the church behaving there, that's not that dissimilar to the way. So that was the idea.
Absolutely, I love that, and so much of this story I feel like obviously is relevant to today. When you have this, the 99% kind of combating that small 1%.
Yeah.
What do you feel like this film gives humanity at a time like today?
I mean, that 99%, I mean, I did like a mood board for the movie, like of all the sort, and that 99%, the guy, I've got a brilliant photo of this woman holding up the 99% at a massive street march. And that's exactly what the DNA of the movie was. It was like, listen, we are living in very, very corrupt, very unjust, very, times. And,
right.
and what excites me about it in the 21st century is that if you're Robin Hood in the 12th, 13th, 14th century, how do you build a revolution? How do you communicate with people? How do you spread your word? Whereas now, in the 21st century, the ability to actually cause a major international ripples. I mean, I think about, what would Robin Hood's Instagram account be like? I mean, he'd have 5 million merry men within a week.
That's hilarious.
But it's exciting though, because and there have been individuals that can do it, and now really is the time, and now the power is with the individual, it is with the people, and if enough people do stand up, rather than just taking it on the chin or just going rolling over, if enough, do start to sort of claim their voice, and Maid Marian. I mean, Maid Marian's a, very, very powerful figure in this movie.
Sure.
She's blazing the trail before Robin Hood, so it's not just about the guys; it's about all of us. We've all got a responsibility actually to start rattling the cage a bit.
For sure, and I think you guys definitely did. There's some nice names attached to this movie. One in particular, Jamie Foxx, another one, Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah. Was there ever a moment when you were able to speak to them and kind of just have a realization of what this big picture meant for you, but also kind of collaboratively coming?
Yeah, I mean, Jamie, that was very, very much part of the process of getting Jamie on board, and actually all of them. None of us were interested in just rehashing the old tale. And, if you go along to this movie wanting to see a traditional Robin Hood film, you're going to be very, very disappointed, or angry, and everybody who came on board, and actors like Ben Mendelsohn and Tim Minchin, who, you'd never normally expect to see in a kind of what could be termed as a traditional movie like this. They all got on board because of the stuff we're talking about, because they thought it was interesting, really, really interesting, to shine a light on where we're at in the 21st century and hopefully inspire one or two people to realize that we've all got these kind of heroes inside of us. And that's what's cool about the Robin Hood story. You don't need to wear an iron suit. You don't need to be able to fly to be a hero. You just need to stand up for truth.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you shining a light on truth and making this film. I think audiences are going to really appreciate what you guys have done with this. So thank you. We look forward to more of your work in the future.
Great. Thank you so much. Great speaking to you.
You as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.